Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Going Through It with Kenechi
and Natalie.
Oh my gosh, guys, what a month it has been.
A
Okay.
whole damn month. A month and a half from two, actually. Oh, for me.
Yeah, this month has been crazy. Well, I feel like the whole 2019 has been crazy for me.
Oh, okay. For me, the first 2 months was actually pretty all right. I was saying goals, I
No,
was smashing them, and then March rolled around like nah, and April was like psych.
no. I mean, crazy, like in good and, well, mostly good, actually.
Yeah.
Same thing. I've been crushing all my New Year's resolution,
Mhm.
losing weight, doing all of that traveling. But I've been out of town, what feels like since February. I'm now settling back in California. I was in Trinidad for almost a month, like 3.5 weeks. I
Oh,
was,
I was jelly. You look like you had the time of your life.
right? Then I was in New York for 3 weeks. And
Hi, I got to hug you.
I'm back in the real world and shit has hit the fan, okay? Okay, I'm exaggerating. It hasn't hit the fan, but I mean, real life has definitely come into play, guys. Came back and had to deal with like the renewal offer for our lease and deciding what we're gonna do. And let me tell you something, living in the Bay Area, fuck that shit, okay? I'm cursing, fuck that shit. If you're thinking about coming out to the Bay Area, stay your ass wherever the hell you are, because it is not worth it. Unless you're in tech or finance, you do not belong here. You will die, okay? It is
Ooh.
so expensive. No, I'm not exaggerating. It is so crazily expensive. I'm only here because my husband is in tech and this is where his career has decided to take off and it's really good for him. But I am not happy. I am not happy about the cost of living here. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's throwing money away, okay? So we get a renewal offer, and for the renewal, it's like $200 more than the lease, okay? And we're already spending a crazy amount on a one-bedroom apartment. So I'm like, we're moving. That's it. But my husband is like, no, let's try to negotiate, whatever the case may be. I'm like, they're not going to go for it because the current rate, say if you were a new person coming in,
Sure.
the current rate is going for $500 more than we're paying right now. So I'm
Wow.
like, they're not gonna want to negotiate. So he does it anyway, and that's basically what she says. Like, we're in a good neighborhood, we're in high demand with the school in terms of all the tech companies. It's a great location. What is that noise? Is that me?
I don't.
Sorry guys, if you heard something that I don't know. I heard like a weird thing. Anyway, it's a great location. It's high in demand. It's so many amenities, and we can't offer you a negotiation right now. So I'm like, okay. So I basically told them, well, they need to upgrade the appliances, at least that. And she was like, well, it's going to be this much more a month if you have upgraded appliances. So I'm like, what? It's tacky to say the price, but if you guys knew just how much we were paying for this one bedroom apartment, you would die. If you think New York City is expensive, here is no joke. So that's all
Wait,
I want to
really?
say. Huh?
Really?
Here's way more. It's one of the most expensive cities in the world. It's
Oh,
under Hong Kong. Yeah, it's
wait. So
way
New
more.
York City isn't number one anymore.
No, it has not been for a long time, girl.
It don't feel that way.
New York City is affordable compared to here. Like what? This is crazy.
Mm.
So I've been dealing with that. So we're moving. Well, yesterday we made it final. We asked them one more time, like, hey, are you willing to negotiate? Got no answer, and we had to give them the 30-day notice by yesterday. So
Ooh.
we're
Hi.
moving, and you know what? We want to kind of stay in the same area, but it's still crazy. Natalie, it's still crazy. So I don't know. I don't think we should pay a certain amount if we're not going to own something. Otherwise, I feel like we're throwing money away.
Well, are you planning on owning?
Hell no, I don't want to own anything over here. I don't want to be
Mm.
stuck here for the rest of my life. But I'm saying, just okay, put it in these terms.
Okay.
What we're paying a year to live in this area, by now, we could have had two homes in a different state.
Wow.
Let's just put it like that.
Wow.
So, and the current rate that they're trying to renew this lease for the 1 bedroom, when we first moved here, we were paying less than that for a 2 bedroom with a loft and a 1.5 bath. So I'm looking at her like, y'all can't be serious. This is what y'all want. And she's like, oh, well, we offer a garage and we offer, I don't freaking care. Like, I don't care. They're basically raping your pockets. So I've been stressed.
So that's been taking a lot of your headspace lately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just upset. And I'm telling my husband, like, listen, we need to think about moving. But I can't lie. If had it been a different state, his career would not have taken off the way it has taken off. I mean, he could work anywhere in the world, but the reality is they're not going to pay as much as in Silicon Valley, you know? So it's trying to figure out where can he get the same salary, but we could have a lower cost of living. Right. I don't know. It's just not worth it. I'm just over it here. Yeah. And we don't even live in the city in San Francisco itself. And I would never do that. We got robbed when we first got here, and I've been traumatized. So I don't want to go anywhere near the city, which is even more expensive, by the way. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But just know for the next month, I'm not going to be a happy camper when I come on. I'm going to be stressed. Okay. That is like, what?
Yeah, no.
Anyway, enough about that. What's going on with you? I have more stuff, but let's get to what else are you going through?
Me, a whole lot. So if you guys saw the last video / heard the last podcast, where we were late and we explained what we were going through, I'm still in the whole thick of it, except it kind of simmered down a little bit, and now I'm dealing with the politics of maneuvering the situation. And it's taking an emotional toll on me. Meanwhile, May is usually my busiest month. I'm working at like 2 to 3 schools, on a yearbook, on a theater festival, which gets intense, almost more intense than the last year, every year, you know. On top of that, I'm still trying to, you know, start up my business and be sane and keep attacking these goals. Some goals I have like totally not been meeting, which has been not making me feel good, especially since I'm getting emotionally tired with all this stuff that's going. And I'm sorry, I really can't go into detail. It's just, I'm still in the thick of it, and these people do listen, and we're just not there yet where I can be.
Well, don't make it about the people listening, because you're entitled to your story. Make it about you not being at a place to share yet.
Well, yeah, like I'm just not at a place to share that. So.
Because fuck them. Basically, if they're listening, it's like your story. You're entitled to share, you know, your journey. But
I know, but I'm still in it. Gotta make.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So make it more about you and not about them.
So basically, it was one of those Pandora boxes where every section of my life was like blowing up, you know, and I'm just trying to like clean up the mess and stay sane.
And not knowing with this mess is like you don't have the right cleaning supplies. You don't know what exactly to use. You know?
Thank you for that. Tools. I really don't, because
crazy metaphor, but yeah.
No, that's a good metaphor. I don't have the right tools to clean it up. I know what the mess is. I know what I need, or at least I think I know what I need, and I don't have it, and I'm trying to find it. And a lot of growth is happening right now. A lot of healing and a lot of wounding is happening right now. It's just too much of too many things is happening.
Yeah.
If
you're gonna come on next month, let's put it out there. Let's speak it into the
Oh
universe.
nah, next month needs to be good. Like that's what.
Yeah, no. Next month will be good. That's what we're gonna see. It will be good. It will be fruitful. We will prosper, and a whole bunch of other things. Another crazy thing that happened, I was talking to my mom on the phone one day, and I was talking to her about like getting something about her health checked out and everything, like being really on top of her.
Yeah.
And then crazily enough, the next morning I see a call, like 8 something West Coast time. And I pick up the phone and I immediately knew something was wrong. She didn't even say anything. I just saw the call and I knew. I'm like, what's the matter? She got hit by a car, guys. It's just like, what? The entire
Is she okay? Like,
Right. She's okay-ish. She did not die. I could have lost my mother. This guy was texting and driving or Googling and whatever the hell. He was using his phone while driving. And not only did he knock my mom down, he knocked my niece down. And the car rolled over my niece. If my mom hadn't pulled her a little bit, it would have been both her legs. So one of her leg is broken. She has like a full cast, and has to be in a wheelchair and all of that. I'm just like, people don't understand that bad decisions could affect someone's life. I remember one of my family members got hit by a car when they were younger. And for the rest of her life, she had problems walking with her knees and stuff. So I'm thinking like, damn, is the same thing going to happen to my niece? Like, what's going on? And the medical system is effed up. Now, don't get me started on that, because my health problems and me interacting with doctors and realizing how effed up the system is, I don't want to go down that road. But they released my mom after a while. They did an x-ray and all of that stuff. Told her, like, listen, you just need to rest. You need to whatever. Never told her that she had a sprained neck. Only when she read like her discharge papers and whatever diagnosis and stuff did she see like she had a sprained neck. And I kept on calling her like, are you okay? And she's like, no, I'm in so much pain. I can't deal with the pain. And then she saw that. I'm like, why is that something why was that not something they communicated to you? Like, I just don't understand how shit is done. So I'm feeling a little bit frustrated with that. Even with myself in the last month while I was in New York, I finally found out some of the things that were wrong with me. And I've been dealing with this for 6 years. 6 entire years. I've lost count of the number of doctors I've been to, the number of tests I've done, right? And the thousands of dollars in medical expenses, because insurance doesn't cover everything. And I've had different insurance plans from good to bad to whatever the case may be. And it's crazy that it's just this one person who just took the time to understand, like, this is really affecting my life and wanting to give me answers and believing me. Because a lot of the doctors told me a lot of the shit was in my fucking head. But let's not even get to, I'm going to go on a rant, okay? Yeah. So I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm just going to tell you guys, it never occurred to me that I could have been a victim of bias and prejudice unknowingly, because that's just not where my mind goes, until one of the doctors I recently saw said like, hey, this is an actual thing. Statistics show that Black women aren't, taken as seriously when they go to the doctors and stuff. And I was like, nah, that hasn't been my experience. But when I look back at my experiences and I think about it, this shit makes sense. And I'm like,
and your
holy fuck.
A sprained neck? How do you not say something about a sprained neck?
And I just don't like to, I know it happens and I'm very aware of it happening, but I just don't like to pull the race card for nothing. But for another doctor to really like open my eyes and tell me like, girl, like, this is what it is, I was like, shit. So I've been feeling, I don't want to say hopeless, but the world is effed up, guys, and we have a lot of work to do. We've come far, but there is so much left to do, I don't even know where to begin. And that's where I've been struggling myself, because some of the things that I want to do in life is just really, really make a difference. And if I'm not my best and I'm not on top of my game, then I can't accomplish that. So I feel like we don't have time. The world doesn't have time to wait for me to get better and be able to have the energy to take on more stuff. So I just feel like stressed,
Yeah, I feel you. I'm on that, but right now with everything that's going on, I'm just trying to be okay myself, and even that is a struggle. Just keeping my sanity right now. Like, basically yesterday I'm calling Kenechi crying, and like the best friend that she is helping me, reminding me actually of things I had recently learned about myself. And it's like, like, I don't know where I'm going with this. Thanks, Kenechi, for being my rock. It's just,
of course, and it breaks my heart. Like, it breaks my heart. I feel like sometimes to see you like that, because I've been there, right? But you never want to see somebody else going through that, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me, when I'm feeling like that, to be kinder to myself and to sometimes take yourself out of the situation and look from like a stranger's eyes, you know, to view the situation. And I think the worst thing is not being able to truly help.
I know that feeling too well. Like, oh, geez.
Yeah, I think that's my struggle, but
that's okay, because I kept letting you know that. I'm like, you like, you're fine. You were doing a lot as it was.
Yeah.
Reminding
I think I just want you to be able to see everything through my eyes in terms of that situation.
Girl, me too.
Yeah, guys. I don't know. So if you guys are out there and maybe your job isn't making you happy, your relationship isn't making you happy, your relationship with your family maybe isn't making you happy, like, just what do we want to say to them? Like, it's these things are honestly just tough.
Because literally, again, my entire life in every section is blowing up right now. So you're basically speaking to me right now. The only thing that is keeping me sane is not only the fact that I'm busy this week with the whole like school projects that I'm working on, is the fact that I have goals such as losing weight, staying focused on that.
Mm-hmm. And you've already lost some?
I did. And I got started, very rocky start, but I got started again this past weekend, and I'm seeing results again, or feeling the difference rather. And just knowing that this too shall pass, which honestly took
it always does. That's what we have to look back at. Tough times we've gone through and realize that we've always come through it, you know?
Right. But it takes a long time, because if you're new to this life, you think you're not because you haven't gotten through it before, you know?
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know that where are we going to end up at the next stage? So it's just getting through it, you know?
Yeah.
So unless you actually physically die, you're going to be fine, you know? So
that's sometimes that feeling does make you feel like you're dying, though.
Oh yeah, no, heartbreak is a thing. Like, honestly, I think I almost got a heart attack one day because of how much hurt and crying I was doing from this crazy.
Yeah, I definitely had a panic attack one time, and that was intense.
Anyway, so that's how I try to like stay sane through this craziness, stay focused on the goal, even if I'm not like crushing it the way I need to be, which honestly, this is the first time I actually have these tools to be okay, because the last time I was going crazy, I sort of knew it, but I wasn't really practicing it that well. This time, it was just really trying to stay focused on my goals and being nice to myself if I wasn't doing it right either, because like jumping back on this weight loss thing took me 3 weeks, and now I'm like, okay, seeing consistency, which is making me feel better. It's good that during this time you have a routine that you always do, so that it's like, oh, okay, here's a small thing that I know I'm doing 100% right. If you're one of those people who need to have like validation that you're doing something right. That's why skincare is a big part of my life. Like, if I'm depressed or something, at least I can go do something and I'm looking good, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm checking off the boxes, I'm following my steps, and bam, I'm pretty. Okay. So anyway, so there's that. Stay focused on the goals. Trying to be nice. Yes, I do fail. I said some wild stuff to Kenechi the other night, and she was like, yo, if I said that to myself, you'd be mad. And I was like, yup, I would be.
Yeah.
But
still holding yourself accountable for those things too.
No,
yeah,
absolutely. Because we're adults here, we have to do that. And just knowing that you will get through it. Now, this is the first time that I was like, even though I was crying like a fucking baby, it's gonna be all right. Because it has to be all right.
It will be all right. Yeah. I think for me, it's just because there's so many other things. It's just the apartment thing is a big thing now.
Yeah.
With my mom getting hit by a car, I just feel like, damn, I'm almost 30. I should be at the point where I can take care of her. I can take care of my parents, you know? And it's that stress of like, you're not there yet. And now you have to watch things happen and you can't help. I hate the helpless feeling, but it's also same thing, being kind to myself. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm still battling with my health. It's like so many other things going on, I just have to understand I'm doing my best. And as long as I'm trying my best and I'm actively trying to make everything better, then that's all I can do. Like, nothing's ever going to be perfect. The universe has a funny sense of humor. Nothing goes according to your own timeline, usually. And I just have to be okay with that and understand that a lot of my goals for 2019 have actually happened already. So you can't just focus on the negative things, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's funny with the weight loss thing. Before I went to New York, I was working out. I joined this Brittany Babe. I don't know if you guys know her on Instagram. I did like her fitness challenge, and I was doing like intermittent fasting a little bit. And I lost nothing, maybe 2 pounds. But depending on what I would eat, those 2 pounds, you know, give or take 2 pounds or whatever. And I was like frustrated with myself. I go to New York for almost a month, just commute back and forth, and I dropped 14 pounds. It's like, what the hell? Like, are you serious? I didn't even think about it, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. Now I'm a little bit scared because I'm back. I'm going to be driving everywhere in California. So am I just going to gain all the way back? Maybe I should just walk around a bit more and just be more active like that. And my body is not working out and being so focused on actually losing weight, you know? But one thing I will say is dropping these few pounds and seeing like a glimmer of my old self in the mirror has made me feel so much better. Oh, good. So much better. So it's worth it. And one thing I will say, guys, when you feel good on the outside, honey, the tricks you're able to pull out of your sleeve, like, I didn't realize it affected me so much until like I started thinking like, when summer comes, I'm going to be out here in these streets. That just means I'm going to be half naked, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to have this body forever. So I'm going to be half naked. But it has made me my old self in the bedroom. I'll say that.
Ooh.
Yeah. You've never experienced that? Like, I didn't think it affected me that much. No, it did.
I mean, okay, so I will say clothes and costumes do something to me, but like, if, I don't know, I've never had the outside end up going in unless I was looking OD fine, you know?
Yeah. No, I think, okay, so I'll just get a little bit personal for both. So most of my life, I was like always like a stick. So if anything, I'd be self-conscious that I didn't have a lot more cushion for the pushing, you know? And then I gained weight, but my body type is just not meant to be full figured because I get rolls really quickly. So the rest of me will be skinny, but then I'll have like back rolls and stuff. And that made me self-conscious. So certain things I might not have subconsciously want to do. So it did change how I approached my sex life in a way.
In that way, yeah, no.
So that's what I mean. Now that I dropped the pounds and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, yes, girl, you're coming back. I noticed that I'm more wild. I thought I was just, I'm getting old. You know, I slowed down a little bit, but maybe subconsciously it was my self-esteem a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good
so
for you.
So that's some real shit. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. I know it's someone out there who's like having sex, trying to hide the rolls, trying to move it, only want to do this position, do that position. I'm here to tell you, girl, like, I get you. So, But anyway, you're right. Just have a routine. For me, it was letting toxic people out of my life.
Ooh, good one.
That significantly improved my mood. And then understanding that I cannot be there for every person, you know? That's really hard for me because I'm that friend. But I only want to be part, how do I say this without sounding mean? It's not about getting something in return, but only focusing on the people that I know would have my back in the same way. Does that make...
No, that makes sense. But you're trying to say not be around people who mess with your peace.
And only take. Like, take your light. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's just draining, you know?
Exactly.
This is a mutual thing. It's a symbiotic relationship, you know? And of course, there's other types where it's like you do enjoy giving and the other person enjoys taking. And just that alone is I don't know, like grandmas love feeding their kids, their grandkids. You know, that's a relationship that's okay because it's giving and taking. but somehow it works because the joy is within those actions. But that's an easily toxic.
But that can't work in friendships, though. Yeah, that can't work in friendships. And I had a lot of friendships like that, so I had to pull back. And unfortunately, I get you switched up and you whatever, but I just don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck. It's about my peace and my sanity, and sometimes it's putting yourself first.
Yeah.
So, that's what we've been going through for this month. I think that's all for this episode. We just ranted and raved a little bit, but sometimes we need that, Well, hopefully it still motivated people who are in a funk to understand that you're going through it, but you will get through it, and just take the necessary actions to keep your sanity. And I think once you have a handle on your sanity, then you could accomplish everything else that you need to accomplish. But if your mind isn't right, it's downhill from there, man. So just you hold on to your sanity as much as you can, huh?
And we both been through that one.
Oh yeah.
Have our sanity, and we were just for
real. So guys, we would appreciate it if you guys rated us on whichever podcast platform you're listening to us on. We really hope that you guys have been enjoying this episode. We see so many of you are coming to the Going Through It family, and we're loving it. Good news, guys. If you want to contact us, you can now do that. If you have comments, you want to give us feedback and topic suggestions, you can do so by emailing ask@goingthroughitpodcast.com. Again, that is ask@goingthroughitpodcast.com, and we will be able to reply to you guys. We're so excited to interact with you guys, and we have a lot of things coming. Good things.
Yeah, so come on and share with us what you're going through.
Thank you for going through it with Kenechi
and Natalie.
Come back next week to see what else we're going through.
And remember, you can find us on Instagram at goingthrough_it, on YouTube with the name Going Through It, and any of your favorite podcast platforms. Under Going Through It, look for the icon where we are both walking through the tunnel.
And if you're not sure, just check out our website. All the links will be right there. So that's goingthroughitpodcast.com. Okay, thank you for listening to this episode. We'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.